We're here today with David Abramowitz, a veteran producer and writer of televisions and movies, including MacGyver, Cagney and Lacey, and maybe most notably Highlander. Great series. Thank you so much for being a part of this and being with us.
Pleasure.
Really enjoyed having you here.
Glad to be here.
So I have to start off with our first question.
Okay.
What is your favorite line from a novel?
Well, I have a couple. First was I was thinking what was the line, and there's a line from Tale of Two Cities, which begins it, which is, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times, it was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness, it was the epoch of belief, it was the epoch of incredulity. But then I stopped myself and I said, what is really my favorite line? And what's really my favorite line is a line that I'm writing in this new book that I'm writing for you guys, and the line is as follows. Katie watches him approach. Her tongue slowly slides across her lips as she angles her half-naked body in his direction. It is as if Serge was the sun and her gravity-defying breasts were phototropic.
Works.
That'll
for
give
me.
you a sense of the tone of the novel.
I love that.
Novella.
You worked for years in television. What led you to doing crime fiction or wanting to do crime fiction?
I've written a lot of shows that are crime shows. And Jeff Weber broke my arm as we were in the gym, and he's hounding me for the book. And I am really, this is a new adventure for me. I've written 40, 50 episodes of television, run some shows, produced others. But this is my first attempt at a novel or a novella. I thought, why not jump off the bridge?
Let's say we took you and we plopped you down in the middle of an island.
Uh-huh.
And we said, you know, you've got food, you're all good, but you can only have 3 books. What 3 books do you think you would want?
Game of Thrones, Lady Chatterley's Lover, because it was the first thing of erotic porn that I read when I was 14, and I couldn't believe that people could write that kind of stuff. 3rd book. What would the 3rd book be?
Well, I think you've covered a good one there with the Game of Thrones, because that's...
Yeah, I think that's long enough.
Yeah.
It's long enough to take up the time.
At some point, somebody will come and rescue you before you finish that.
Yep.
You gave us a hint of what you're doing for Stark Raving. Do you have a title, and could you tell us maybe just a little bit more?
Yeah, it's called The Wrong Girl, and it's a story about we have a hardened female cop, divorced, been in homicide for about 6 or 7 years, in her early 30s. And she's supporting her sister, who's a student at NYU and is taking a summer abroad in Florence. And for her 20th birthday, takes a trip to Croatia for the rites of spring and meets a young man and disappears. And it's a fish out of water story, a burnt out kind of human finding her own humanity and kicking ass, having great sex, and finding her lost sister.
Very good. That sounds great. That sounds like that'll be a
Well,
good
we'll
thing.
see, won't we?
I think we will.
I have
And
absolutely
I have
no idea how great it is.
I think we have great expectations and great hope.
Well, thank you.